For number 8, when you have one term, 2x squared, this means that your vertex will be 0, 0. Just have to memorize that. So we plot at 0, 0, and then we do our 1, 3, 5. And we have to multiply by the a value, which is 2. So my new pattern is 2, 6, and 10 when I multiply those together. So from the vertex, I'm going to go up 2, right 1, and up 2, left 1. Then I'm going to go up 6, right 1, and left 1. And then I would go up 10, over 1, and left 1. And you can draw your parabola. Okay, and then it says also to draw and label the axis of symmetry. And so if I do that, I would draw a straight line up and down to the vertex, which is x equals 0. Okay, in part B, we have the vertex of 0, 5. And we have our pattern of 1, 3, 5. And we multiply by negative 2. Because again, that's your a value. And we get negative 2, negative 6, negative 10. Now the vertex is 0, 5 because when you're given a and your c value, there's no middle number, no middle term, then your vertex is always 0, comma, your last number, your c value, which is 5. So I go to 0, 5. I'm going to go down 2 because it's negative, right 1 and left 1, and then down 6, right 1 and left 1, so it looks like you're just a little bit off the graph, going down 10, right and left 1. But when you graph it, you just graph as many points as you can fit on the graph. Then we draw the line of symmetry, or axis of symmetry, again going through the vertex, straight up and down. And you have to label, so that's x equals 0 because your x value is 0. Here, x equals 0 because your x value is 0. In number 9, you just state what type of polynomials these are. So I gave you monomial, binomial, trinomial, and polynomial. Monomial is 1 term, binomial is 2 terms, trinomial is 3 terms, and polynomial is 4 or more terms. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 terms. That's a polynomial. In part B, we have 2 terms, so that's a binomial. Here we have 1 term, monomial, and here we have 3 terms, which is a trinomial. In number 10, it just says to factor, does not say to solve. So I am just doing x factor on both of these. So I'm going from 1 times 8 is 8 to 6. And the factors of 8 are 1 and 8, and 2 and 4. So which one of these can make 6? Well, 2 and 4 can. So we have x plus 2 and x plus 4. For the bottom one, we're going to go 1 times negative 18 is negative 18, and we're trying to get to 7. The factors of 18 are 1 and 18, 2 and 9, 3 and 6. So for 2 and 9, to get 7, we'd have to subtract the 2. 9 minus 2 is 7. So this is simply x minus 2 and x plus 9. In number 11, it also says to factor, but you'll notice that there's a 4 here. So this would mean that we would need to do bottoms up. So I would take 4 times negative 7, and that's negative 28, and we're trying to get to negative 3. So factors of 28, 1 and 28, 2 and 14, 4 and 7. Which one of these can make 28? Well, 4 and 7 if 7 is negative. Because remember, these need to match, these signs. So I would have x plus 4, x minus 7. I look at the first number in the problem, and that's a 4. So I need to divide by that for bottoms up. And then I ask myself, can I divide this evenly? And I can. So 4 divided by 4 is just 1. And then for this one, I bring the 4 up, and we have 4x minus 7. And then for 12, you're just stating what kind of graph these are. So this one has that curve, which is exponential. Part B has a line, and that's linear. If you had a U-shape, either one of these, this would be quadratic.